Students, good morning. Students who are in the online, am I audible, students? Right. So now it's a time to see, to move to the further. I hope in the previous class, we already did. What was the last class concept? Madhu Babalu? Huh? So here, come in. So last class, we discussed about the most important topic was merging of data frame into a single and then iterating over the data frame object data. In today's session, we are talking about data frame typecasting data frame data into different types by using as type function. As a type of function, that is one thing we discussed today. And next we talk about data frame. This is one thing we talk. The next one we talk about data frame group by concept, group by data frame group by concept by using function name called group by function. So group by function we are going to use it. Group by function we use it. And next we'll talk about if I go to the advanced part of group by, where I'm going to talk about data frame group by, there I'm talking about inside of that data frame group by concept. There we are talking about data frame group by concept. The function name is called group by. Data frame group by concept. There we are talking about aggregation. Next I'm talking about the transformation. And next we are talking about filtration. Without telling also I can say Pandas over. These are the things I want to go for it. This is our today's topic, and it is very easy also, not a difficult. First I'll go for as type. And as type with what? Single column. As type with multiple column. And group by concept, data frame group by concept, aggregation, transformation, filtration. Here what function I already said? What function I said is easy. ఎక్కడ చెప్పాను అది ఎక్కడో చెప్పారు హైదరాబాద్ లో. This I said in the numpy. ND array object dot agc of. There I said std function, standard deviation function, various function, max, min, so many things I said. Transformation, if I go to it, there is a function called what? Transform. There I am going to apply with a predefined function, with custom defined function, lambda function, everything. Do you know lambda function in my class? Huh? Yes, you know. అది కూడా చక్కగా పలకట్లే. పలకపోతే మాకేం ప్రాబ్లం అసలు. We will apply what? Filter. Because మీకు గుర్తుంటుందని చెప్పట్లే. To show my expertise in the class, I am explaining all these things. I am showing you my expertise in the class. Whether you remembered or not, I am not saying that. Because by seeing you, I am feeling that you are not reading properly. That is my observation. Not only you, 90%. This is what is my observation. So aggregation, transformation, and then filtration here. And a group by, I'm going to apply. with a different type of things I'm going to take. First, I will go for what? As type. Online students. Now I'm entering into the as type now. So don't take much time. As type is a function present into where? Present into where? Data frame. So I'm going to write it. I will directly show you the example so that you can follow me. So I'm going to write it. Writing and all those things, it will take some time. So I will go for it. After doing this, I'll go for the project related part that will be coming to support. Come on, all of you, read out. These things already we discussed. As type we already done in the NumPy level. Directly I'm explaining the example. Coming to this place, start with data type dot as type function is used to cast the column data type. That is the D type in the pandas object. It supports string, float, ఫ్లాట్ కాదు ఇది ఫ్లోట్, అందుకనే కొద్దిగా చదువుకొని రావాలని. ఫ్లోట్, స్ట్రింగ్, float, date, int, daytime, any other types supported by NumPy. What are all the things supported in NumPy? Because on the top of NumPy only the pandas was built. All these kind of types can be converted into any of the other types, provided the possibility to convert. So this comes in handy when you wanted to cast the data frame column from one data type to another type. So the key points to remember is use as type method to convert string to integer in pandas. I will show you that. And already you remember our Python related thing. 1, 2, 3 is called string related. I can happily convert it into integer type as 1, 2, 3. Today also we can convert this type of data into int type by going forward as type. I already said how to use as type in the NumPy pandas level. As type of what? I8, I4, F4, F8, or you can write directly float, all those things I said. So what is the syntax? Ensure that string values represent in valid integers, otherwise conversion will raise error. Conversion will give you the error. So you see that string values must be represented in integers. So handle missing or non-missing values appropriately, avoid conversion issues. You will see in the example part. The data frame object dot as type, just all the column data type to particular type. By default, as type function tries to cast all data frame columns to the specified numpy.d type. Numpy.d type, already you know numpy internal data type will be there. That casting will be taken. Or Python types into str, string, etc. here. It is something like what str, float, etc. If any of the columns are unable to cast due to invalid data or none, it raises an error called what? Value error. So invalid letter and fails this operation. Below is an example. So easy. And see the example to understand this concept. So NumPy, data frame, and create a data frame object from dictionary. Technologies is equal to fees. I'm going to take fees. I'm going to take discount. And this is comes under what you know, dictionary data. This is called a dictionary data. And this is called one more kind of discount. And this is called end of this. This is called technologies. It is a dictionary. So converted into what? Data frame. And the D types, if you see, all of them are enclosed within the double quotes. It is treated as a object type only. So let me go to this place and I'm going to give you this example and I will move to the further. And don't feel that it is a difficult students because already we did. That's why I'm going to show directly example here. So I will write the syntax part for your better understanding in this type. Syntax 1 I will write for our quick reference. Syntax number 1 for single column. Syntax number 2 for multiple columns, how to write it. We'll mention the syntax also here. Come to new. Here I am writing it. So there I am trying to write. Here this is the data. Print of this data frame. And there are D types also print of D of use. and you are getting this and import the required things. Pandas as PD, and you import on the top of it once again numpy as NP. Any such things are there, try to do it. DF, so you are getting the data something like this. This is the data what you are getting. Whose types also, if you want to get it, print off. I'm going to write it. DF dot D type. DF dot what? D type I am writing it. DF dot D types. D types. Because multiple columns are there, whose types will be printed. Fees is taken as which type? Object type. Discount is taken as what? Object type. So why I need to go for this casting? Why I need to go for a type casting this one? Because if I add both of them, they are internally taken as which type? String type. If I add this fees plus discount, for example, it will give you concatenated result only. But I want the numerical result. That's why I will convert into which type? Int type. Int type I need to convert it. How do you convert it? I will write it. How do you locate this fees? How do you locate this fees? Fill it. D of fees. D of fees dot as type I will write it. As type of what I can write it. Int I can write it. Int. Or I can write float. So either int, numerical columns try to convert into int or float. This also going to be numerical value only. Convert into what type? Df dot discount. Df dot discount as type I will write it. And what I'll write it? Int or float you write it. So I'm going to show you that only here. So if we come to this place, what type they are showing? Object type. So if you look at data frame D type returns the column name. D type for all the data frame columns. Note that the above data frame has an object type for all the columns. Here it is containing string data, integer data, which is in the form of string, everything showing in the form of object type. Now let's cast the data type to 64-bit signed integer. You can use numpy dot what? Into 64, or you can use simply what? I8, I can use it. I8. This I was already explained for you. I8. I8 means what? 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. 8 into 8 is called 64. Similarly, you can use like this also. It is saying, they are saying that numpy dot int underscore also you can use it. You can use int 64 or int as a param also you can take it. To cast to what? 32-bit signed integer. Use what? Numpy dot int 32. It is nothing but I can write I4 also I can write it. Or simply what? Into 32 also I can write it. Not an issue. Because these are the constant values, global variables in the numpy. So I'm writing cast all the columns to int. Df dot as a type to what? Np dot into 64. Np dot into 64. Df dot as type of into 64. Df dot as type of what? Int. I'm just writing it. Here we are writing it. This is going to be converted into all the values are converted and putting into df itself. So now let us move to the further. So what are the numerical columns are there that are going to be casted here? So let us cast this kind of things here. So I'm going to enter into this place. Here I'm going to write into 64 you can convert, into 66 like this I can do, or like this I can do. Don't do all at once. This is either or I'm going to write it. All of them are same I am saying. All of them are same. In this case, go to this place. I am trying to write it. What I'm writing now, any one of it you use at time saying. So if you do it, all the columns of this df will be converted into which type? Int type. Int type. So print this df, which will print the data as usual, same only. And if I print what type? Df dot types, if I print it, if I print this data, it is going to be printed what? Into 64 like that. Suppose it is containing some column called what? Some string column is there, string column. That you cannot go for converting into which type. Completely you cannot write df dot as type np dot into 64. You cannot write it because it is called which type? String type. So string type column cannot be converted into int type. So you have to go for that time, particular type only you need to use it. So I think you are following. So go to the place. Here I am going to write it. This is the one you can do like this, or you can do like this into 64, or you can do df dot as type. Any one you can do it. If I print it, you are going to get like this. And the next, notice that it is updated all the columns with what? New data type. Next, cast all the columns as which type? String. String, you can go for it. How do you do that? You can go to df dot as type of like this, you can take it. So how do you do this? For example, go to this place. Now you also go to typecast it. In this case, now I'm going to write it. In this case, try to do this and df dot cast all of them. Want to print a df once, you can print it and you can take it df dot, what is that? D types you can say. It is also going to be taken as what? Everything will be taken in the form of something like this. Df dot string, it is going to be taken. So string like this it is taking. So you can test it once. You can test it once. You can even can typecast it to what you know. str you try to write it. str you try to write it. It is also going to be done. df dot d types. df dot d types you see. D types you see. So it is going to be coming. Piece and this one will be taken as str type only. And df value is going to come like this. I think you are following. You can take it as a string. You can take it as this value also. That is by default given in the form of completely str. Beginning whatever is coming, str also it is taking as it is like this. Now the majority of the important statement is the next one. What is the next one? Cast the columns to which type? Float type. Float type. And everything is converted into which type? Float type it is going to convert. So last and final I'm going to take up. I'm going to cast it to float type here. So you are going to cast it to what? Float 64 like this you are taking it. Now this is done. Next I want to go for what? This is simply in single column you can do. So how do you go for this is specific column type? How to do? As I said already, how do you go for doing that? Get cast specific column type. Cast the specific column type. Already I said to you, how do you take the specific column? How do I get this specific column? Print of df. df of fees. df of fees dot as type to integer. df dot discount as what? Float type. One is integer, one more is called float. How do you do that? Like this. Two ways are there. df dot fees dot as type like this you can go, or df of fees dot as type of what? Int. So you try to remember this kind of thing. This is called what? All the columns you are typecasting like this. This is not a good approach because one is integer, one more is float, one more is str. That time it gives what? Error will come, value error will come. So to avoid that problem, better to go for specific column. So you can also change specific column type by using series as type function because every column is something like acting like a series. Since each column on the data frame pandas is a series, it will get the column in the data frame series object as type function. In below example, df of fees or df of fees entry returns a series object. So like this you can write, like this also you can do it. It is called which type? Into 64. So how do you do this now? Go to the place. Both of them are called what here? df dot d types you are saying that. So you are going to get both of them are float. So now you are writing it. How you are going to take up? Now you try to see students, you are supposed to understand. df of what you are converting? Fees. Fees. Fee. You can take fee. Dot what? As type. As type of what you are saying? Int. Int you are supposed to say. But you need to reflect back to whom? df of fees only. df of fees. You can say fee. You can write like this. So this is called capital F. You need to write. Take care about that. And it is dot. Dot you need to take care. Dot you need to take care. And print of df. Print of df. So we are getting integer data. Here dot zero is coming. Here it is like that. df dot d types you say. D types you say. One is int 32. One more is called what? Float 64. Earlier is called both of them are 64s only. Now you can typecast. And keep in mind, what is our fundamental typecasting techniques I said in the Python? Same thing here also, but only one function we are using for everything. Okay. So remember my concept of previous, and it is going to be dead easy now. So next I want to go for what? Multiple columns, how to change it. It is very easy. Fees will be df of what I'm going to do? Fees, fee, and next is called what? Discount is equal to df of, you are going to write it. You are going to write it as a type. You are going to write as a type. You are going to mention as a dictionary format. You are mentioning dictionary. What is the first column? Fee. You are writing fee and you are writing colon. Which type? Int type, comma, discount. You are writing discount colon what? Float, or whatever the type you like it. Close this now, and this is going to be converting the fee into integer and a discount into what? Float. Like a dictionary format you are mentioning. Go to the example, and this is a very important. Cast multiple columns using dict. So there you type d-type parameter. As type function also supports dictionary in the format of column d-type, another column d-type, where column in the column label and d-type in the numpy data type you must take. Python type int, string, float, etc. you can take. So take directly. Create a data frame object, technologies, course, fees, days, and a discount. These are all available in the form of what? str. Completely available in the form of str. Completely available in the form of str. So that they are showing in the form of object. They are showing in the form of object. So here I'm going to write it in the form of data frame. Print off I am writing df, and there I'm going to write it. So there I am going to get it. What happens here? Courses. So I think dicta is missing. Technologies is missing. This part I will write it. This part it is missing. That's why copy paste is very danger always. So you are going to get it. This is called our data, and the data types I'm going to write it. Try to write this, take this part. So here I'm going to write it, and the data types I'm going to get the next line. So you are getting course object type, fees also object type. All of them are what type? Object type. So I want to convert into my own type. Let the course to be string type. Let the fees type to be int or float type. Duration will be string type, and the discount should be what? Int or float type. So all at once I want to do it. So I need to do something like this. Come to the syntax directly. So we can use as type function that courses to string, fees column to int, and a discount column to float. How do you do? df2 is equal to, there's a new data frame I am taking, or you can take in the same data frame also, no problem. df dot as a type dictionary starts. Which column you want to go for it? Course as string, fees as int, discount as float. That everything you are mentioning in the form of what? Dictionary. Very, very useful thing. Very frequently asked a question also. This is called a string related kind of thing. df2 dot what? D types. All of them are going to show string type courses because I multi-type casting. And fees, the duration I'm not at all touching that. Duration I'm not going to touch. And the discount is called what? Float year. Are you following me? Getting? So I'm going to take it multicast typecasting here and try to follow this example we prepared it thoroughly with, and print a df2 data also. Df2 data also you print it. There I'm trying to write it. Print of df2. df2 I'm going to take up. This is going to be courses. It is a string, Python related strings, fees into 32, and the duration we are not doing that conversion. Discount is called what? Float. Earlier everything is what type? So how I am going to do multi-type casting here in the form of dictionary? When it raises an except, when it raises as type raises an error, that will be already said to you. Start here as type with raise ignore error. Ignore error. Actually, I can stop here, but I want to tell you this error also. Finally, let us see how we can raise or ignore error while casting. To do so, you should use error param. By default, it uses raise as a value, meaning generate an exception when unable to cast due to invalid data for its type. From data frame course column, which data? String data. Let us cast to what? Int. See what will happen. Course is which type? Madhubavalu, course is what type? Course is what type? String type. When I convert into what will come? Value error will come. Nothing is there. We are going to learn it. When I'm going to convert string data, this is a string data. Fees is like this we are having. So what is happening that we are going to get it. So this part we are going to get. What happens when I'm going to convert a course column into having string data? Let us cast it to which type? Int type. Nothing will happen, which is going to give you error. What is an output? Value error. This we learned in the LKG level only. When you go to the place, any of the course, if you take it, there is a data type, typecasting techniques. Here typecasting techniques, int type. When you come to this place, str into int type possible. You have seen also here. Str float into possible, not possible. Str bool, str complex, not possible. Pure str, Python typecasting to int, value error is coming. Everything built on the top of Python only. Value error, invalid for int type, base 10, same error, whatever you got it, here also same. So we are supposed to, Spark is not a base 10 value. So as you see, it is raised an error when unable to cast. Let us suppress exception using ignore value on error param. And if you are doing wrong conversion, you can ignore such a type of error with a param name called what? Ignore. So with this, when error happens, it ignores the error and returns the same object without updating. If it is possible, you update it. Otherwise, you ignore that kind of thing. So df.course as a type int errors is equal to what? Ignore. If you are unable to do, don't do anything. And ignore that error. df.type course will be string only. You cannot convert into which type? Int type. That is the major important word I want to bring in. So this is a course string. Everything is there. Now I am going to do this type of thing. This type of thing I'm going to get it. So here, this is my point. Here we are having, I'm trying to cast this df of course. Can write like this, no problem. df dot course as type. You will be getting as what? df of course. Like this, you can write and see what is happening here. So it is going to give you what? Course, courses, courses, courses within the double quotes. You need to keep within the double quotes. So column name na, you need to write within the double quotes. So you are getting what? What is coming? Value error. Already we know in the beginning only, but it is a very big error. See the big error, how much it is. This is an error is coming. The value spark, which you are having as this one, spark, cannot be converted into which type? Into type. Spark is not a base 10 value. So it is not possible to convert. Which error will come? So if we want to ignore such a type, what is the parameter is available? Keyword argument is available. Errors is equal to what? Ignore. So to ignore such a type of updates, go to this one, you use it. I'm keeping the error page as it is. Here I'm writing errors is equal to ignore and print that df you print the content of df, and I will go for writing print of df here. I'm writing like this. Here I'm going to write it. And the d types as well, I'm going to write it. So it is not converting. It is not converting. Df of courses is equal to df dot courses dot here. If you write in the column like this, if you write in the column like this, you need to write within the quotes. If you are writing like this, need not to write within the quotes. Try to habituate both of them. So as type int, if you are unable to convert these courses into int type, ignore it and simply give the original data as usual. Are you following me now? So this is related to df2 also is available. df2 df2 you take it. df2 already containing some data. df2 you print it. Already df2 you try to take it. Don't do string is string only, int is int 32 only, object only, float only available. Are you following me? So finally, what did you understand about this? Come on, what is this now? Madhubavalu, data frame object dot as type. What you need to take? Data type values of numpy or what? Python. For what? For all the columns of data frame. For all the data frame columns of data frame. What is the second one? Data frame object dot. Here I am writing it. Data frame object dot. Here I am writing. What to do? Of what here? Column name. Column name of what? As type, and I need to write data type values of numpy or python for single column of data frame. Single column of data frame. Next, here one more thing, column name as type, data type of that, and what is this? Next is called what? Errors. Errors is equal to what? Ignore. This is for what? For single column of data frame, unable to cast, unable to casting, and place and keeps the original type as it is, and keeps original type as it is. And you have seen original type as it is, without raising value error, very, very important, without raising value error. So this is the very important point you need to remember. Okay. Next, I will go to syntax number 3. Syntax number 3. What is this now? You can also do the same thing with what? Dot also you can do that. Dot also you can do. The same thing you can do with what? Dot also you can do it. Dot also I will do it. Here I will write it. Data frame dot object dot column name. I will write a column name is equal to data frame dot column name. Here I will write it. Here I will write it. Dot as type. Data type of this value, numpy or something. Ignore. I'm going to write it. Ignore. I'm going to write it. Ignore. For a single value. For a single value. Single column. Unable to cast it. You will be getting that exception over there. So I think you are getting that value. So move that. So as type, get this type of thing. This is no need to write within the double quotes, something like this. This is 3 and then 4. And next I'm going to enter into the multi-column. How do I write it? Syntax number 5. How do I write syntax number 5? How do I write it? Syntax number 5. Data frame object is equal to data frame object dot as type data frame object dot what as type of like that column name 1 colon numpy data type or Python data type. Next is called what again? Column name 2 numpy data type. So on. I will write it here. Column name n. Name n. Numpy data type. This is called what you know as type for multi-column typecasting. Last and final, for multicast typecasting, the overall conclusion you need to take, sixth one, you need to take it. This entire thing I am writing there is equal to, comma what? Errors is equal to ignore. Ignore, you will write it. Errors is equal to ignore. So as you have written, errors is equal to ignore, you will write it. So there also, I wrote it ignore. So ignore, I wrote it ignore. So even the exception is coming, we will be ignoring such kind of thing. This is about which function? As type. Very, very important. Complete concept is available. Last, stand up. Last, adjacent. It shouldn't you know doing something wrong activity, right? Stand up. Fast. What is the purpose of as type? Purpose of as type, you tell me. Only purpose you tell me. ఏం చేస్తున్నావు? What are you doing? Notes రాసుకుంటున్నాం. Why? Am I dictating notes in the class daily? రావు sir. ఏం రాస్తున్నావు తీసుకురావు sir. Bring it. So now I'll go for another concept called group by. So there I will write it. Show me what you are writing. పెన్ ఎందుకు నాకెందుకు నేను రాసేసాను నోట్స్ నీకు. సో నీకు ఎప్పుడో రాసావు ఇది. కూర్చో ఇక్కడ విఐపి సీట్స్ ఇవన్నీ. So coming to the point back, is it clear? The as type is very, very important for you in the further. How as type is going to come in my project, we are going to see. These are all different type of as type. Online students, is it clear? Now I'm entering into the group by concept. I'm going to take. Clear? Is type? As type is clear? Right. Now I'm going to enter into the group by. So I will take some data. First of all, what is the meaning of this group by? I want to take it. So group by concept is something like this. Suppose there is a roll number called 100, whose name is called something like Praveen. Anybody is there? Don't feel it when I'm writing. So Praveen is living in something, or his hobby is sleeping, sleeping. And next is called 101, something like Ramesh, whose hobby is also called sleeping. Next to 102 is called Rajesh, whose habit is reading. 103, next is called Rakesh, whose habit is reading. And next is called 104, and next is called what something like Ramesh. So next is called Raju, whose habit is sleeping. Next 105, whose name is called KVR. Next is called teaching. Next is called 106, Naveen, whose habit is called teaching. Next 107. Next is called what uh, something like Ramu, whose habit is sleeping. Like this, we are having group of people. These are all called a group of people. All sleeping students are sleeping happy now. So these are all the people are available with me. These people are going to do what? These people are given this data. They are asking you break this data into groups. Which group? మీకు అర్థమైపోయింది ఇప్పుడు స్లీపింగ్ గ్రూప్, రీడింగ్ గ్రూప్, teaching group. That means it is the entire data frame object. We are dividing this data frame object into pieces. Some groups I am going to prepare. What is the group attribute here? Number is not a attribute to group it. Name is not a attribute to group it. Hobby is an attribute. Hobby is an attribute to group it. Hobby is an attribute to group it. Sleeping group, reading group, and teaching group. These are the groups I want to make it. Right? Some more things you can take it. Some more things you can take it. Some of them are living in AP. Some of them are living in Telangana state. Some of them are living in Mumbai. Like that, different people are living in different type of places. I want to group them into where? Different groups. For that, how to go for it? That is our concept. What the group by concept says? As I said already here, as I said already in the class, Government of India containing 29 states, 29 states, and some number of union territories are there in India. I want to go for the population of each state. Each state is called what? One group. So all those states information is there with the India Government of India. And I want to go for state-wise breaking. State-wise groups I want to do it. So how I will go for Aadhaar card number, name, all those things, not a parameter there. What is the grouping parameter? State. So based on the state, I will go for what? Grouping. So group attribute is called what? Group attribute is having any common values are there. Such type of attribute can be taken as a group. Are you following? So such a type of thing. If you take a company, there are few people are working on Python, few people are working on Java, few people are working on .NET. So on what basis I can go for grouping? Their working environment. So based on their working environment, I can go for grouping it. So group by is used for what? Breaking a big data set into smaller data sets on the basis of their value which you are having it. So let me show you the example. One data set I will show you. Coming to this place, here you come to this very easiest topic. There I am going to take it. There I am going to take it. Under data sets, I will take it. There is something like peoples, not like this. Peoples. I will take it. Peoples here. This is my data. Having this data. You see this data, students. Once I was typed it, observe it. CID, customer ID, name, state, designation. What are the people are having here? Telangana state, AP, TS, Bangalore, AP, TS, etc. Like this I am having. On what basis I can group it? State. And I can also group it on what? Designation also. How many SCs are there? How many TLs are there? How many project managers are there? How many HR managers are there? So I cannot go for grouping on what? Name and then CID. What is the grouping component here? State. State and designation. So I want to go for it. Shall I group it? So now I am going to apply the grouping. To do the grouping, I will go for using which function? Group by. So what is the first syntax I am going to write it? Simple, students. Data frame object dot group by. I am writing group column name. Group column name. Group column name you are already understanding, I think so. Group column name which returns variable name. That variable name is an object of what type? Every object type you must know. That is the style of the Python programmer. This data frame dot group by is going to take this column name. Based on that name, this variable name will be containing the group information. How it is containing group information, you know? The group information will be available like this. Take care. This is called my group variable name, which is containing group name. Under that group data will present. This is called one group. Next, group name 1 is group name 1. Next is called what? Group name 2. Again group related data. Again next is called what? Group name 3. Group name 3. Again there is some data. Group name N. Group name N. Group name N. Again there is some data is present. Like that, variable is containing groups are there. Each group is containing two parts inside. What is that? Group name and group records. Understanding? So how do you go for what is this variable type? This variable type is group by data frame. Group by data. Actually, it is a data frame, but it is what data frame? Group by data frame. Spell out. So what is the variable name type? Group by data frame. I'll show you that. So I'm writing here group by data frame object. Group by data frame object. So group by data frame object. Group by data frame object contains what value? Group name, group value. Spets, you also having something problem. Stand up. You also. What is the group by data frame object contains? ఆయన కాడ ఏముంది, ఆయన ముఖంలో ఏముంది, ఆయన చూపి ఒకసారి. స్టాండప్. ప్రాబ్లం ఉందా? నీ ప్రాబ్లం? Look at him. You want to look at you each time. You look at him. Both of you look at each other. How you look at him? He is looking for half an hour onwards you. You are not looking at him. One side love that is. He one side love ఇది. రండి ఇక్కడ రండి. ఇక్కడ కూర్చోండి. చెప్తా ఉండే అట్లా చూసి ఏదో చేస్తున్నాడు నేను. ఇక్కడ కూర్చో ఇక్కడ. గెట్ ఇట్ హియర్. మిమ్మల్ని చూస్తా ఉంటే నాకే ఆశ్చర్యం అనిపిస్తా ఉంది ఈ రోజుల్లో. Stand up. Stand up. What is data frame group by contents? చూడు ఒకసారి. బాబు నువ్వు కూడా రా. నేను నిల్చో ఎదురుగా. కమ్ హియర్. మీ ఫ్రెండ్ అయినా ఏం కదా? ఆయన మళ్ళీ లీగల్నే చూస్తున్నాడు. నువ్వు నిలబడు ఆయనకు ఎదురుగా. ఒక 2 నిమిషాలు నిలబడి. చూస్తాడంట ఆయన. నిల్చు ఒక్కసారి. చూద్దాం ఒకసారి. నిల్చో ఈడ. నిల్చో బాబు ఈడ. స్టాండ్ అప్ హియర్. స్టాండ్ ఆపోజిట్ టు హిమ్. ఇక్కడ నిల్చోడు, ఆయనకు ఎదురుగా నిల్చో ఒకసారి. You look at him, he looking like that. Something is there. In middle of it, something is there. Are you Hindi student? You are Hindi? నువ్వు తెలుగు స్టూడెంట్ వే. హిందీ, తెలుగు. సంథింగ్ ఈస్ దేర్. సేమ్ స్టేట్ ఆర్ డిఫరెంట్ స్టేట్? సేమ్ హాస్టలా? ఫ్రెండ్ అయినా? ఫ్రెండా? ఫ్రెండ్ కాదు. ఈ సేయింగ్ నాట్ ఏ ఫ్రెండ్. పిలిచవసరా? ఇక్కడ రండి అయితే ఇద్దరు. సిడౌన్. బాబు ఇది జాగ్రత్తగా ఉండను, ఆయన చూస్తా ఉన్నాను నీ కళ్ళి. టేక్ కేర్. నౌ కమ్ టు ద పాయింట్ బ్యాక్. ఎవరన్నా చదువుకుంటారు. ఈ లుకింగ్ ఎట్ హిమ్. వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్? అండ్ ఆల్ బాయ్స్ ఆర్ డూయింగ్ సర్వెంటిజం అవుట్ సైడ్. They don't know the taste of coming up in the life. When I'm coming back, of course, I don't want to say this word. Let it believe that I did not speak any time that word. Group data frame group by dot what? Group by of what name? Group by name. ఏం రాస్తున్నారా జర్నలిస్టులు మీ ఇద్దరు? రాయకండి మీ ఇద్దరు. Look at that. I'm going to send it. Don't write anything. I'm sending it. I'm sending example also. Data frame object dot group by of group by column name. So whatever the group by is there, it is going to come. This group by frame of object contains two things. One is group name, under that group records are there. So this data I will create it. This is the data which is called one CSV file. You can take it, or you can take it as what? Dictionary. You can take it. Dictionary also you can take it. What is that CID? How do you take CID here? CID is called column. CID is a column. In that list of values I will take it or not? List of values separated by. Next one more is called what? C name. C name is equal to what I can do? List of names I will take it. List of names I will take it. Comma. Next I will take it as what? State. State is equal to colon is it? Not equal to colon. State colon. This is state colon. I will write it what? List of states I will write it. List of states I will write it. Next I will write it what? Designation. Designation also I will write what? List of designations I will write it. List of designations I will write it. This entire thing is known as what? Dictionary. So something like citizens. Citizens I will write it is equal to like this. And I will write a CID will be within this. CID will be like this. CNAME will be like this. I think you can do this. Are you following me? So like this you can take it. DSG like this you can take it. After that what I can do? DF is equal to DF dot what? Data frame of citizens I will write it. Citizens I will write it. This part you already aware of it. Data frame this is. Data frame. So this is called a data frame I wrote it. Citizens I wrote it. When I print a DF, when I print a DF, what is happening? The data which is going to be available as it is will be printed. Are you following me? So there I will write it. What is this now? I'm going to group it. How do you go group it? DF dot. What is the function name? Group by of what? State. State. State I will apply. DF dot group by of state returns what? On the basis of state. Same state one group. It is going to do what? It is nothing but I can write my own group by function also. When one state is coming, TS, add to TS state. Bangalore group. AP group. I will take three different type of uh, data frames. I will take it. I will add three list. I will take it. I will write if condition I will do. But already there is a facility called group by. I will write what? State group. I will write it. State group. SG. What is the SG type? Data frame group by. Spell out. Data frame group by. So what type? Data frame group by. Stand normally. Like that. Don't fold the hand and don't sit like that. You want to middle of it, you want to look, take my permission. You will look at you, be ready for that. So ESG బాయ్స్ చూసుకోవడం ఇప్పుడే చూసాను నేను. సో కమ్ టు ద పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్. నేను ఎప్పుడు చూడలేదు అవి, నేను కామెంట్ చేస్తాను నేను కంపల్సరీగా. సో ఎస్జీ కంటైన్స్ వాట్? Group by data frame. It contains what? 3 different groups. Group name, group records. How do you print the data? When you print of SG, it is going to give you what? It is not going to give you the data like what you are expecting. You have to print that with a iterator kind of thing. So it is going to contain, as I said to you, this one. This is a AP group. Under that, number of records. Under next what? TS group, number of records. Under next is called what? Bangalore group. It is under that number of things. Are you following me? So how do you print it? For what is that? Group name, and next is what? Group records. That is a group data. In where? SG. What is coming? The first one will come. This is a group name and then group data. This AP will come in where? Group name. This entire data will come in where? GD. That I will print it. Print of group name. First I will print. Next is what? GD. I will print it. This is for which group? First group. Next AP group. Next TS group. Next is called what? Bangalore group. Like that it will come. How many times it is repeated? 3 times. How many groups are there? 3 groups. Are you following me? Shall I show you this now? So this type is important. What is the SG? Object of what? Data frame group by. Data frame group by. Online students, did you understand? When I'm having the big data set, I'm going to group it into different subgroups. That subgroups are like this. I said just now, India is containing all states data. I want to divide it into 29 groups. Based on what? State. Based on state. Based on age group also. Based on their profession also. Based on their blood group also. Based on their height also. Whichever is containing common value, I can go for group by. We cannot go for group by on what? Employee number, account number. You cannot group. Understand? Let's go to the place. Very, very important, students. Now I'm going to enter into, this is called what? Examples on data of as type function on data frame. So go to the place. Now I'm going to enter into new one. There I'm going to take group by. So I will take my data directly, students. This big data I'm not going to type it. So I think you are understanding. I can take this in the form of CSV file, or I can take in the form of list of dictionaries. I can take it. List of CID is called what? Key, and the values are list of values are values of value. Name is a key. Vaishnavi, Manjula, etc. are called what? Values of list I can take. State and DSG are called keys. Rest of them are values. So this file name is there. Where it is available? If you want to take it, I will bring and put it into your place. Here I'm going to put it into Pandas place. This is a separate data set. I got it. Come on to this place. Now I'm going to take up import Pandas as PD, import numpy as NP. If anything required, I will take now only. Now go to the group by. Tell me PD dot. Come on, PD dot. What is that? Data frame GB is equal to data frame group by is equal to PD dot. Come on. Read underscore CSV. Read underscore CSV. Are you okay? Because I am having data in the form of CSV file. So go to that location where it is available. This entire location is available. Carry this entire data and put it over here. What is my CSV file? See the name peoples.csv. Peoples dot what? CSV. So there I am writing people's dot CSV. So having like this. So clothes, this is the one, and right slashes here, double slashes. Do you understand the meaning of double slashes here? Right. Print of, this is called a DF only. Only DF. I'm writing data frame content. Now I'm going to write a data frame content. So print the data here, print of. Now say here, beginning I will write like this. So there you try to write it. Print of what? DF. So now I'm going to get this data. Now I'm getting all these values like this. Okay now? Come on now. Get state-wise, state-wise, state-wise data. From where? Data frame. How do you get the state-wise data frame data? Apply. What? Group by. Apply group by. Apply group by. On group by, transformation is there, filtration is there, and ఏం చెప్పాను ఇప్పుడు ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్, ఫిల్టరేషన్, కమాన్, ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్, ఫిల్టరేషన్, అగ్రిగేషన్. గుర్తుండదు మనకు. Right, they are the new facilities in the data frame now. Come on, first df dot on the data frame of group by. I will apply group by. Group by of what? State. State. Spelling mistakes, you take it. State capital. State capital, I need to write it. This part I am going to write it is equal to state group. So state group, that is SG, I will write it. What is the type of SG? I will show you. Type of SG, because the type of variable is always important for you. Type of variable, if you don't know, it is nothing but nameless boy. Nameless boy or nameless girl is nothing but typeless object. Every type you must know. So you see that, what is that? Data frame group by. Present, it is called what? Class. Present into pandas. Data frame group by. So what is the difference between data frame and data frame group by? Data frame contains rows and columns in the form of indices and column indices, labels and then column indices. But here it is containing group wise data of data frame is available in the data frame group by object. How to print this data now? If I print this now, SG, it will print the memory address, hexadecimal point. From the beginning of Python classes, I'm showing this. How do you print now? How do you print now? Start here for group name, Madhubavulu group data in where, come on, group name. ఇక్కడ మళ్ళీ రాస్తాను మీకు అర్థమయ్యేటట్టు. మళ్ళీ జిఎన్ అంటే మళ్ళీ మీకు డౌట్ వస్తుంది. గుడ్ నైట్ అంటారు మళ్ళీ జిఎన్. మీరు ఇంత సామాన్యులు కాదు మీరు. Group name. Next is called what? Group data. Group data. So group data. Group data in SC. So what will be coming first time? Group name. So I will print it. I'll print it. Group name. GROUP. Group name. I'm going to write a group name, comma. What is that? Group name. I am going to write it. Group name. I will write it. Under that, group data. I will write it. Just you write a group data directly. Under that group data, you write it directly. That will print very perfectly for you. Not a problem. What is the group name? AP. AP group. Next what? Bangalore group. Next which group? TS group. TS group. Are you following me? So here, if you want, I will write one line here. One line here. Okay. Fire is going on. They are saying clubs. Let me wait. Let me talk about filtration, transformation, aggregation. Need to see everything. Beginning only if you say clubs, what? Let me tell everything. Enjoy the subject. That's a great subject. You feel it. Group name. Under that group data. Under this what? Bangalore. Under that this data. Under that what? State. This is called the done like this. Are you following? Yes. How many groups are there? 3. How do you know 3 groups? How do you go for 3 groups? Huh? So here I will write it. Print of number of groups. Number of groups is equal to number of groups is equal to SG dot n groups. SG dot n groups. N GROUPS. GROUPS. Number of groups. So is equal to what? 3. What is this n groups? Attribute. Present in where? Data frame group by SG, ST, అది కాదు అక్కడ. N groups is called what? Attribute. In where? NG. NG is known as what? Data frame group by. This is called one attribute. That will give you number of groups. Number of groups. So LN of what? SG. LN of SG also will give you what? Number of groups. LN. Already you know LN. In another way, you can do it what? Like this, you can take it. Like this, you can take it. Number of groups is equal to what? LN of what? Come on. SG, I can write it. SG, I can write it. Are you following me? Yes. Now I will go for further discussion now. Okay, I'm getting the groups. SG is there. Now I'm going to get it. Further, I want to go for getting. Groups are there. SG is containing. You can also write the same mechanism as what? Directly you can write it. In place of SG, you can write directly like this. SG, like in place of writing like this at this entire thing, you can write like this also, students. You can also write like this. Instead of writing this SG, you can write this df dot group by of what? State. Group by of state, you can write it like this. You can also going to get the same data. Are you getting my point? Getting my point? Right. Now I am going to enter into profession wise. I want to get it profession wise. What is the profession wise? Designation wise, you need to go for it. So profession wise, I want to go for it. Other. So, sir, you should have been a professor at my college. Other, my dear student. So, I want to be a teacher like this only, because morning to evening I want to take classes. Professor means in college, what I will do? They'll have only one class or no class at all. Taking a tea, coffee, etc., sitting in the chair, BP sugar will come. Correct or not? If I take morning to evening classes, we can serve to the students. We can have some fun in the class, like watching each other face. Like my dear best students are there, VIP students. So he's thinking, okay, a lot of time is there. I did not see my friend. So you can have like this. Let me move to the further. Let me move to the further. Further, I want to go for it. Now I will go to designation wise. I want to get it. What is the designation wise here? I am getting. Come on, designation wise. I want to go for it. How do you get the designation wise? Group. What is this now? DSG. DSG. I'm going to get the date. Option wise. Who are the people are having? HR group is this many. And project manager groups are this many. SE groups are this many. And TL groups are this many. Are you following me? Easy or difficult? Easy. Now I will go for finding some sort of data. Let us carry this data now. Which data? SG. This data I will go for it. This data. I will get this data as it is. Come on, students, be careful, easy. Any kind of question is giving, should able to do this group by. When the concept is going very complicated, now that question will come, means easy question only will come. Easy question only will come. So SG contains what? Group. Now I want to get it. Now I want to get it. In each group, how many people are there? In each group, how many people are there? Find find number of number of people, find the number of people in each group, find number of people in each group. Now how do I find out? SG dot I will apply what? Count. SG dot count. What is happening there? What is happening? State, CID, name, etc. State is called what? Group component. In AP 8, in name 8, in AP there are 8, in this Bangalore and this place. So AP contains what? 8, and count this is going to contain like this. I think you are following me. So you can also apply one more kind of thing. You can also apply one more kind of thing. I hope you can apply size. What is happening? Size of. Size of. What is happening? Count of, you see all the columns are counting. CID, no missing value. Name, no missing value. Designation, no missing value. All of them are perfectly available. State, size. AP, 8 people are there. Bangalore, 5 people are there. TS, 5 people are there. Are you following me? Now, I want to go for what is the first record in the AP group? First record in the AP group. Last record in the AP group. There are 8 records are there. First record in the AP group. Second record in the last record in the AP group. Third record in the AP group. Whatever record you want in the AP group, you will get it. You got my point. Bangalore group, first record, last record. TS group, first record, last group. Getting? So how to get it? Now I'm going to enter. I want to get first records in all the groups. First record in all the groups, I want to get it. I want to get what record? First record in all the groups, I want to get it. First record in all the groups. How to get it? SD dot, come on here, get the first records, get the first records in each group. First record in each group. I'm going to write it. First record in each group, GROUP. First record in each group. First record in each group. How do I get it? I will go for SG dot, what I am going to write it? There is a function name called what? First. There is a function name called first. Sir, Pandas class, Pandas functions. Python means Python functions. Whichever class you go, that many functions. It is called a subject. Correct or not? But remember, all these functions is really a quite art. So, coming to the point of it, SG dot first, it is going to give you what? So, in AP 200, Manjula, designation. In Bangalore 400, Lakshmi Devi, PL. In TS 100, Vaishnavi, SC. Verify it. Verify it. Go to the groups here. In AP group, Manjula. In Bangalore group, Lakshmi Devi. In TS group, Vaishnavi. Are you getting this? Are you getting this? Varun is asking, can we have this group by data again as 4 separate data frames, sir? Can we have this group by data again 4 separate data frames, sir? I already said to have a data separate data group by what should be there? What should be there? Group by value is required. Suppose I am going to have it. In this case, what we are having here in this PS, these are called what? Same state. In that, how many SEs are there? How many HRs are there? You can have it. Why don't you can have? You can have compulsory. How do you go for it? On this you are applying group by. On that you apply group by again. That are called subgroups will be prepared. There is no doubt. I will tell you that. I'll tell you that. One by one. Going on entering LKG, first class like that, I will go for it. నేను అందుకనే చెప్పాను ఫిల్టరేషన్ అగ్రిగేషన్ నెక్స్ట్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్ సో మెనీ థింగ్ మైండ్ బ్లోయింగ్ దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్ యూ హావ్ టు రిమెంబర్ మీరు గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి అంతే వెన్ యూ గో టు ఇండస్ట్రీ డైరెక్ట్లీ అవర్ క్వశ్చన్ నీడ్ టు ఓపెన్ దట్స్ ఆల్ కానీ మీకు గుర్తుండదు బట్ టు షో మై ఎక్స్పర్టిజం ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు టెల్ యూ ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్ ఓకే సాయి వరుణ్ డెఫినెట్లీ విల్ గో ఫర్ ఇట్ సో నౌ ఐ విల్ గో టు enter into the further come on next I will go for what this is called which record first record in each group next I want to get it what last record get last record of each group what is the function name last of so I will get the last of here last group I will get it so you are going to get it AP Jhansi Bangalore Radha Yes, Farhana. Go to the place last in AP, Jhansi, in Bangalore, Radha, in yes, Farhana. These are called which records? Last record, last record. Now I want to get it. Now I want to get it. Which record I want to get it? So get third record, third record in each group. There we are using nth function name is nth, that you need to pass the n value. What is the n value? 3. 3. So I will write it what here? Nth. Nth of what I am writing? 3. Nth of 3. What it will give you? Nth record of each group. Third record of each group. Let us go to third record of each group. CID in state Anjali, Bangalore Jayashree, and state TS Madhavi. Go to the place. Here I am going to write it. In AP, it is going to be, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. Because the data frame data is going to contain the column names internally from 0. Third. Next is called what? Here. 0, 1, 2, 3. That is called Jayashree. Next is called TS. 0, 1, 2, 3. Madhavi. Are you following me? Like this. Easy or difficult? Easy or difficult? Easy. Easy. So what are the functions available in group by data frame object? First, last, nth, nth. Understand? Fine. So now I am going to get it. Now I am going to get it. There we are going to get it. Group by name. You are getting something like this. Next I want to go for applying. There is some more advanced concept is available, and you observe from here. Up to here I want to go for. Group by data frame. Group by data frame object contains what? Group name as well as group data. So to retrieve the group data, you are applying. So group by data frame object contains, here I will mention it. Group by data frame object contains the functions, the following functions. What are the functions we are having here? What is that now? Data frame object group dot object contains the following functions. There I am writing dot what here? First off, I am writing. First off, next I'm writing here called what? Last off. Next I'm going to write it. Dot what? Nth of. Nth of I'm going to write it. So I think you are following me, students. This you are following me, I think so. Now I'm going to apply. Now I'm going to apply one important concept here. The concept I'm going to apply is something like this. So here I'm going to apply. Here I'm going to apply. First object, second object, and nth object, you got it. Now students, if you carefully follow it, if we go to the back to this, here, sorry, this place, if we go to it, we are going to contain SG, and this data is available with us. Now I'm going to write it. Here I'm going to write it. Here I'm going to write it. SG dot get group. Get group. Already I said in SG there is an attribute called what? There is an attribute called what? Data frame group by contains the following attribute. Contains the following attribute. What is an attribute name? Cheppanu kada. Dot what? N groups. N groups like N largest, N smallest, like that. N groups. So N groups is an attribute there. And you can apply on where you know. You can apply on what you know. Count of you can apply. And you can apply what also? Size also you can apply. That also will give you, including column names counting. Without column name counting, you will get it. This is the one. Now I'm going to write it. Get underscore group. Get underscore group. I am going to write it. Get underscore group of what I am writing. AP I am writing it. What is coming now? AP group is coming. AP group is coming. Are you following me? Now, this is called what? Getting the group name data. Getting the group name data. What is the type it is going to be? Getting the group type. This is called what again here? It is called Bangalore group. Bangalore group. We are getting it Bangalore group. And you are going to get it once again called what? TS group. TS group you are getting it. What is this group type interns? What is this group type interns? Something like APG. AP group. Print of type of APG. Type of APG. What is this again? Data frame. Understand? So, in this group, I want to go for what? Subgroup I want to get it. Subgroup I want to get it. How do I get it? AP, AP, SB subgroup is equal to SG dot get group of SG dot get group of what is this now? Group by group by group by of what? DSG. DSG. In AP group, again I'm going to do what? SE group, TL group, HR group. As I Varun asked me, this is the one. Are you following me? SG dot get group of AP and then what? Group by of DSG. So then you print there. What is this AP subgroup? మనకంత సీన్ లేదు అసలు. So AP SBG is called what? Data frame group by. Data frame group by again. In the group by, subgroup by. That data how to print it. That data how to print it. I will bring that code once again. I need not write again. This group name, I will bring this. Here I will bring it. Students, here you follow me. This is the one. What is this now? APSBG. APSBG. Here I am writing it. So here you follow me. What is coming? Here HR people are available. How many? AP only. Project managers are how many? SEs are how many? TLs are how many? All of them are coming. Sai Varun. Are you following me? In the subgroup, subgroup. In the subgroup, different partitions are coming. Sai Varun, are you following? Quickly, Sai Varun. Sorry, getting this. Similarly, I will go for what? This directly can be written as what? This entire thing can be written as what, you know. Here you can write it. What is this APSBG? SG dot. What is that now? Get a group of. Get a. Sai Varun. Okay, getting. Subgroup of. What is that? AP. AP. Are you following me? AP. What is SG? DF dot. Group by of. Group by of. What is this? State. State. In the state group, AP group. AP group. What is that AP group? You are going to take it. DF dot group by of. That get group of AP of what I am going to write it. Dot what? Group by. Dot group by of what? DHC. DHC. Mind blowing. ఇది మనకు గుర్తుంటుందా? మీకు గుర్తు whether you remembered or not, I don't know. But I want to show my expertise in this analysis. In Andhra Pradesh, in India, in Andhra Pradesh, in so and so district, who are the people who are sleeping? Who are the people taking freebies? Who are the people are skillful? Who are unemployed? Like that, I want to find the complete report. Are you getting? HR, so group, PM group, AP group like this. Next, similarly, I will go for what? Similarly, I will go for what? Like this. I will go to state. This is called TS group by designation. So TS people designation. HR people only one. SCs are this many. TLs are this many. In Infosys, in company called Infosys, in the Hyderabad or in Telangana state, and how many, what is their designations? Like that I want to go for it. Easy or difficult? Easy. అంటే సాల్వ్ చేస్తే ఈజీనే. Once you keep your keyboard, either keyboard will not work or power will go. Or all of them are clear, we get body pains or something. Something is a problem. Are you following? Still, this is only the introduction to this is a data frame concept only. దాని తర్వాత ఉంది మళ్ళా ఏమని డేటా ఫ్రేమ్ ఈస్ దేర్. డేటా ఫ్రేమ్ కాన్సెప్ట్, అగ్రిగేషన్, ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్, ఫిల్టర్. ఆర్ యూ ఫాలోయింగ్ మీ? So this is a data frame related. So what are the next, what are the functions contains inside data frame group by dot? What is the next? Come on students, get underscore group of, get underscore group of, what is that now? Group name. Group name, you need to take it as what? Group name, which you already grouped it. So group name I need to take it. On which name you are taking, attribute name you need to mention. That is nothing but a column name. Group name is nothing but what? Column name. Column name. And no more confusions. Are you following me? Something like that. So like that, this is a fundamental concept of like this. And if you go to something like experience wise, I want to go for grouping. I will apply all those things. Is it clear? Later I will apply what? Mean, median, mode, aggregation, filter function, lambda function. I will apply all of them here. Transformation, filter, aggregation, everything I will apply. Okay now. So when I will go for aggregation and all those things, when I will go for filtering, okay, example చెప్తున్నాను. అంటే what is the further extension to that? Something like A. A is one team. A is a team. Next B is a team. A is a team. A is the team. B is the team. C is the team. C. And next C is the team. And here C is the team again. These are the teams which we are having. Now see carefully, students, all of you. Carefully observe it. And what is the actual picture of it? 12. Next is called 13. Next is called 15. Next is called B value. Here I am writing 14. Next is called something like 12. Next is called something like 23. Something like 21. Something like 10. Now something like 23. These are the ABC values. Now find the score of A. Find the score of A. Find the score of B. Find the score of C. What is this is called? A is one team, values which is scored. A is called key, and list of scores are called list of values. అంటే ఇలా రాయాలి. This is a written test question. A colon, what are the values? 12 comma 13 comma 12 comma 23 comma, that's all. These are B is equal to B colon, what I will write it? List I will write it. This is a list. I will write it, list is called what? 14 comma 21 comma 10. Next I will take up. Next C colon, what is happening now? 10 comma 15 comma 23. That's all. This is called my values. Find the average score played by A. Total points played by A. Total points played by B. Total points played by C. Are you following? A, some more values are there. B are containing, C value containing. What is the total points of A? Total points of B, total points of C. What is the average of A, average of B, average of C? Who will do this? Transformation will do. Transformation will do. Now, which team got highest score? I will go for what? Filter. With what? Group by filter, group by transformation, group by aggregation. These many things you need to know. This I will explain in the next class, because I cannot complete everything. Because the Pandas is the most important everywhere now in data analysis. Pandas is everywhere. But for learner, how it is? As long as listening is, it's quite interesting. Once we, after getting down the steps, what we learned in the class, you are not you're remembering output, but you are not remembering functions. You have to remember the function names perfectly. Then only you will understand this data. Otherwise, you cannot understand these values at all. I think you are following me. So this concept in next class I will explain. This points, so don't worry. This points next class I will explain. Are you understanding? And see this entire formulas, how many I am giving it. This is the data what you are having. So author was asked one day on this topic, complex group by operations. Group by operations. Easy or difficult? Very easy. Author, you come to your topic. So here, group by concept is easy or difficult? Easy. And tomorrow, if I complete it once again, you will feel that how easy it is. Today we formed what? Only how to divide the group and how to prepare the subgroup. How do you get the subgroup? First you group by it and you will get data frame. On that you get the group and you apply what? Group by. So that subgroups will come. Like that, going on taking number of subgroups also, no problem. Okay now. So up to here, this syntax is written. This syntax is written. This is for tomorrow's class. This is for tomorrow's class. That is Wednesday. That is for next class, Wednesday. That is something like this. Tomorrow class, we are going to, don't write in the notes. Tomorrow class, we can go for it. We are this also writing in the notes, because whether you are writing or notes, so 90% might not be writing it, but anybody is writing, don't write this one. Up to here only, you just mention it. Keep this chart preserved with you, which is a very important for you. Okay now? So I'll stop the class. Tomorrow I will go for continuing this. Right. Thank you. Carry on. Online students, you hold on. I'll go for this continuation part. So tomorrow class, we will meet for further conclusions. Online students, tomorrow is a working day, not a holiday. Tomorrow is a working day, not a holiday. Dhirendra Jain.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Dhirendra. Tell me.
Sir, as we are understand all the things from the Panda itself, but the means most of the time I had work on the Spark data frame.
Mm,
So Spark data frame means up to
mm,
yet means two company
okay.
I work for the data engineering, and
Mm,
so most of the time I haven't find this Pandas. So
mm.
can we simulate this thing with the Spark data frame as well? Whatever
You
the
can
things
do
that
it.
we have studied for the Pandas.
Yes, you can do that. Because there also some functions will be almost similar will be available. You go through the PySpark or a Spark Pandas data frame you see. Similarly, you will be finding the same thing.
Okay. So because I have found that some of the functions are not be there.
Oh,
So
it will be there, ma. It will be there. You check it once. It will be there.
okay.
Check the
So
documentation. You will find that.
so which kind of project we are using the Pandas, sir?
I will tell you.
Normally.
You will come to. You will tell. I will tell you that. So how to analyze the Google frame data? Google frame. Sorry. Google Play Store. I'll show you that because it's not a single description. I'll tell you that. Okay. Na?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So in day or two, I will start that. It is so easy for you because I taught all the concepts so far. Will come
Uh-huh.
across now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Right. Right. So any more students having the doubt? Amrita, still how many days this course will complete? So see, ma'am, if I don't teach anything, it will complete because let me teach everything so that you will get more benefited from my class. Maybe before After this Pandas, Matplotlib is very easy, and that too not in very much big in demand. So you can take approximately March 10th, like that you can take. Okay, fine. Okay, students, take care. All the best.